beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, a channel dedicated to uplifting and enhancing your spiritual well-being. Now, I sprinkle in so many other aspects of my toolkit, such as I'm a professional organizer, I'm a life coach, I am deeply committed to advocating for self-care and setting boundaries. And I try to sprinkle some of this into my readings so that you really receive a maximum benefit of how you can really truly transform your life. So if you're interested, there's a link below for my YouTube channel, TikTok, and Facebook for the Organizer Advisor. That is a kind of a life transforming series of videos. I have playlists, and there's just not a topic I don't cover in there. So let's get started on today's reading. Now, let's just talk a moment about the astrology. The moon is entering Virgo, and it is conjunct the South Node. So what does this mean energetically? So for the next couple of days, you may be feeling this as we shift into the moon entering Virgo. This is going to be about kind of your, your habits, your routines, your patterns of behavior. You're going to look at details, but when it's conjoined the South Node, this is kind of your past. So what you're going to see is you're going to see some past patterns of behavior that have either supported your growth or has derailed your growth. So what's important is to keep what's working and release what's not. It's as simple as that. You may also feel very inspired to clean, clear, organize, and kind of reset your environment, which is great for your nervous system. So an organized, orderly environment actually helps you transition subtly from that sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight, to your parasympathetic nervous system, which is that rest, recover, restore. So your environment triggers your nervous system every moment. And what you want is to move it toward alignment of a healthy nervous system. And that is good self-care. So we're going to get started on today's reading. I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck by James Van Praagh, and then I'm going to pull 5 cards from the tarot, Shadowscapes Tarot by Stephanie Law. Now, on this deck, I do not read reversals, and I do not read reversals on Oracle cards. So I'm going to get started, and let's see what comes up and see if we are in alignment with the energy. So the overall message for this reading is aligning some changes in your past pattern behavior toward something that is going to be more supportive of your growth, your health and well-being, and a healthy nervous system. So let's get started. If you get prompted to organize, check out my YouTube channel where the playlists are archived and organized for you to find just about anything you need to organize your entire life. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Now, this is somebody's past pattern of behavior. I think it's probably all of our past patterns of behavior. I think it's hard for us to let go and forgive. And so that might be the message for us today, at looking at our behavior and patterns. Oh, guilt. These are kind of color coordinated, so they are in alignment color. It's an orange color. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. So, all right, there's a couple of things here. I'm just going to unpack this while I go ahead and pull the cards from the tarot. Forgiveness and guilt. Oftentimes, those are 2 major emotional derailers. Forgiveness, the inability to forgive, to let go, is a past pattern of behavior that you are now being asked to change so that you can come fully into alignment. However, with the guilt, a lot of times we don't even forgive ourselves. We carry guilt. And for past mistakes, past things we said, past things we did, past things we didn't do. So it's time to forgive yourself too. because you really can't come into alignment unless you have released these guilty feelings, for whatever transgression, but that's no longer serving you. So this is your hint, your gentle nudge. In fact, it's a good swift kick in the ass for you to forgive yourself, forgive others, and let go. Maybe the Lord's Prayer might be helpful for you. Maybe that could be your mantra for today. Eight of Swords. That's like you can't take anymore. That's Gemini energy. So that might be for some of my Geminis out there. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. Okay, lots of heavy emotions. We have the Court cards here. This could involve maybe some forgiveness of a younger person. Maybe a child has made a past mistake and you've been carrying a grudge, or you made a mistake as a child and you feel guilty. You got to release that. But it could also mean some energy of messages coming of forgiveness for you. Maybe somebody that just got really pissed off at you just reaches out and says, that's so silly to keep holding this. Let's let it go. Let's move forward. Okay, that would be a really positive thing. Here we have the Seven of Swords. And then we have the Moon card. Now, we saw the Moon card yesterday, but today the Moon is shifting into Virgo. So we're feeling that Virgo energy. There's something in your past behavior, your past patterns of choices that either you feel guilty about or you need to forgive yourself or someone else. Just remember, other people are making choices and decisions from their patterns of behavior, and that's becoming illuminated for them. So this energy is reciprocal. It is, outgoing as well as incoming. So please take it as it resonates. This Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. So we have the major arcana is the Moon. The Moon is definitely water energy. We have a lot of emotions on the table. That is Neptunian energy. And it is all about something subconscious that is coming toward the surface. It is being illuminated. The Moon is also something that it's that feminine energy. It's a little less, it's not proactive energy. It's energy that's very responsive. So be very responsive and not reactive. Just kind of go with your intuition. If you just get out of the blue, a thought, hey, I might need to call this person and say, I'm really sorry. This might be the day for that, because that's going to break that pattern of behavior. It's going to help you release whatever is you're feeling guilty about, but also you can forgive yourself and forgive them too. All right, so the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. The Seven of Swords to me is, it's kind of, it's Aquarian energy. And I feel like we're all feeling this. I feel like the Seven of Swords generally for me is malicious intent. Some of this stuff you may have done intentionally to be hurtful or to sabotage somebody's growth. That might have been a prior version of you. It's okay to let that go now, as long as you have learned and you embrace the mistakes. But it's time to reach out and apologize to that person. Relieve yourself of that guilt. Ask for forgiveness. Or if, again, this is incoming, outgoing energy. So if this is something that has been done to you, be ready for a message of apology, but be ready to open your heart and be forgiving. So, the door swings both ways on this. Let me see what else I'm picking up from this. I think the Eight of Swords is just, you're feeling somewhat trapped. And I think you're trapped in this old pattern of behavior. You're trapped in maybe lashing out at people instead of responding. You overreacted. You lashed out at someone, or you did something to intentionally. Maybe there was a competition for a promotion and you kind of went behind someone's back, could have been a friend, and maybe revealed a secret about them that would have made them ineligible. So that was something that now you're starting to feel remorseful about. It's time. It's time to release. And if you have to forgive or ask for forgiveness in order to release it, this is your nudge in that direction. You won't feel trapped anymore. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel more buoyant. But remember, somebody else may need that from you as well. So allow them to express their remorse and then be willing to forgive. We all make mistakes. We are all here on a journey of learning. It's a learning journey. But I like the sequence here of the 7 and 8 of Swords because I feel like we had to get stuck in this long enough to feel uncomfortable to say, I really don't like this. Now I have an opportunity to break this pattern of behavior because the energy is going to support me. All right, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. These are, Page of Cups to me are generally messages. It's kind of Cancerian energy, so we have a lot of water energy. This is a very emotional day for you. And then I think once you feel this release, it's going to be so uplifting. But there's something about the summer timing here. This could be something that you're going to, your summer may, what's coming through is summer may be the next opportunity for you to be able to resolve this. So take it now. You don't want to wait until summer. That's still a long way away. So we just started the spring season. So how about let's just go ahead and resolve this now so that we don't have to go through our whole spring season carrying this weight. Okay? Bottom of the deck, the Sun. Another major arcana is the masculine energy as opposed to the feminine energy of the moon. The Sun is Leo energy. This is a person that's taking charge of the situation, a person who is going to now command a new pattern of behavior to move forward. The Sun is also, it's joy and optimism. It's taking that risk. It's the next step on your spiritual path. This is what's going to unstuck you. This Sun energy, this, I'm going to initiate. The Sun is initiation energy because you take charge of the situation. You show personal leadership. So this is a great opportunity for you to fix whatever brings you sorrow. Okay? That is my reading for today. I hope it helps. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button and then also hit the notification bell. But also, if you want to take in charge again with the Sun energy and start to make some changes, let's say you're just tired of having clutter and you want to make changes, check out my other channel, The Organizer Advisor, on YouTube in order to give you the appropriate support. My goal is to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. And I do that through all kinds of strategies. And I really want to be of service to those who need a little guidance in helping enhance their happiness, transform their life, and uplift their spiritual wellness. I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. And until then, my beautiful friends, namaste.